most entrepreneurs are leaving thousands of dollars on the table every year. Not because they're lazy, not because they're not ambitious, but because their business isn't set up the right way. The wrong structure, the wrong tax choices, and the lack of systems quietly drain profits. And the scary part, most people don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. Today's guest has spent over 20 years fixing exactly that. Edmalia Constanza is the founder of EC Service Provider, a trusted financial service firm based in Miami Gardens, Florida. She and her team help entrepreneurs and small business owners move from messy books and tax stress to clarity, structure, and confidence. Her services include bookkeeping, payroll, tax preparation, and fractional CFO support. But what makes her different is her commitment to teaching business owners not just what their numbers are, but what they make. She's built her career helping entrepreneurs keep more of what they earn, and today she's here to show us how. Edmalia Constanza, welcome to the Entrepreneurial Edge.
Thank you. That was a beautiful intro. I don't even know what to say anymore.
It's all about you. You deserve it. You've had such an interesting path from retail to nonprofits to education, and then you built your own firm. What made you decide to launch EC Service Providers in 2019?
The core reason is my son. I am a mom with a child on the autism spectrum, and we started our journey back in, ugh, time flies by, like 2013. And he received a slew of services. We lived in New York, and it was amazing. And I've seen my son thrive. If you were to meet him today, you'd be like, nothing wrong with that boy. And so I built my business to really become a beacon for families, especially I would say minority families where this is like a topic of like taboo that no one speaks about these things. And I just wanted to be open and share that if you do what you need to do, whether you're scared or not, because had no idea about any neurological anything in my life. And I just did what the doctors told me, and I followed my heart because I said, it won't hurt him. It'll just help him no matter what. And I wanted to be able to give that back to parents. And that's why I started EC Service Provider. I became a registered behavior technician. I took my courses. I had my Medicaid number, and that's how this was born.
That's amazing. And it's so good. Autism is on all over social media right now with the thing about Tylenol and the Trump
Vaccines
Yeah.
so much controversy.
Lots of controversy, and it's a very hot topic right now. So
yes. And it's really hard for parents to navigate.
Very hard. And people don't really know what's true, what's not true, what to believe. And it's nice to hear that the medical care that you receive and the advice that you receive has actually had a major impact on your family. And you can see how amazing things are for your son. I love those stories. This means you were a very connected mom and you listened to yourself and you did what you had to do, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
So this segues really well in that phrase you use, from chaos to confidence. What does that look like in practice?
I would say it's for business owners to be able to say confidently what they earn. A lot of the times business owners make lots of money. They have lots of money coming in. And at the end of the year, they're like, I have no money. Like, where did my money go? I think that's the biggest question I get all the time. It's like, I made $1 million. Like, where? And I'm like, you spent it on this. So I think it's just that clarity around knowing the money that comes in, the money that comes out, and where you're holding. And that strategy should be in place every month, if not every month, at least quarterly, so that you can be in the know of what's happening in your business.
What's the number one mistake entrepreneurs making with their companies?
Intermingling funds, not having a dedicated bank account for their business. And I think that just comes down to not knowing. Most people, when they open a business or provide a product or service, they're just so excited to do the thing. And they don't learn about the legality behind corporate structures, the paperwork you need in place, your minutes, just all these little tedious things that will keep you safe as a business owner for liability purposes.
Yeah, I took some I bought some courses on business and stuff because I don't have an MBA. I was a corporate person. And that's the first thing I did, was open my bank account and make sure I kept these things separate.
Very good.
Yeah. Sure. I'm getting praise from accountants and financial people. Yay.
Yes.
So, what should they be thinking about instead of this mess? Like, what do you think they should really do?
I think something as simple, which I've always tell brand new business owners, because I understand when you open a business, there might not be revenue flowing right away. It can take some time, but just having a simple system, something as simple as snapping a picture of the receipt and maybe just putting it on your Google Drive. You don't even have to put it on an Excel sheet, but just having all your sheets, all your receipts, throw it in a Google Drive, and then it's there, or in your phone, have it in a folder and then transport that into your Google Drive, but it's just a way of recording. I think that's the most important thing. And then when you're able to start investing in your business and hiring people to maybe take these duties off of your plate so that you can be more useful with your time and generating income instead of doing the work, then I really believe in outsourcing. I believe in freeing up your time so that you can create more fun and employ more people, give back to the economy.
Yeah, for sure. And not wait until April to figure
Yeah.
everything out.
Not call me when you did your taxes with someone else, by the way. And then they tell you have a $20,000 tax burden, because I get these phone calls and then people are panicking. And then that's when I started tax prep and tax strategy maybe about 2 years ago, because one of my clients, and this happens a lot too, checks and balances in like the area of that I provide. Usually you have a bookkeeping firm and then you have an accountant and then you have maybe someone that does your tax prep and someone that does your tax filing. So everyone is checking each other, which is good. But then some of my clients in the past didn't do their taxes with me. And then I'd have to think about tax planning because they get hit with $20,000, $30,000 worth of taxes. So for me, it's also been a learning experience.
Wow. You often say systems aren't optional, they're survival. Can you explore a little bit more about what you mean by that?
So I really think businesses should be able to work and thrive without the head of the company doing everything. And once you have systems in place, you have your people in place carrying out duties, then you're really not necessary for the day to day. And I think that's very important, like empowering the people on your team. And then maybe you can be the one that just brings in the business, but now you have people supporting the business. So I think that's really important with systems.
Yes, that is also a dream of every solopreneur.
Yes, yes.
So, where should a solopreneur start?
With which part?
Where do you think, if you're a solopreneur and you have these systems problems and you don't have the revenue yet, where should you start with scaling and not making mistakes financially?
Got you. If it's in the financial or bookkeeping space, I would say investing in a simple, cheap software. Even if again you just go back to Google Workspace and do like sheet. I think just the recording aspect of where your money is, so that even if you have no idea and you get your bank statement at the end of the month, and that's another thing that really surprises people when they see, let's say their bank statement says you've had deposits of 20,000, but you've written checks out or expense 19,000. They're like, I made $1,000 this month.
Don't report. I avoided QuickBooks. I avoided it as much as I could. And now I can't live without QuickBooks.
Yes. And QuickBooks is a software that's very popular. It's not for everyone. It's not for every
It's
business.
expensive for a new business owner, I believe, but it's essential.
Kind of essential. And I think that's too, like, what's more important? Spending $15 or $30, because they have $15 plans now.
Ah,
Spending $15 a month on a plan to have some financial clarity, even if you might be recording things incorrectly, but at least
yeah.
it's in a system.
She knows. I'm like,
I
this
see
is
them all the
not
time.
making any sense.
Girl, I'm like, this is not recorded properly. But I still have a job. That's good.
You build a respected financial service firm as a woman entrepreneur. Woo! What does
Yeah.
representation mean for you in this woman space?
I think it's really an honor. I like to connect with other like-minded women. I like to do a lot of collaboration. I think like putting myself in a pocket of something or a group is really hard. So I just really believe on connecting and bringing people into my space that we can all flow and collaborate together.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So let's finish with some quick fire questions, one-liners only, Edmalia. So the biggest money mistakes,
Commingling of funds.
tax tip nobody talks about.
How to reduce your tax burden by bringing your family on to your payroll services.
The right way.
The right way.
The
Yeah.
right way. I learned that
Not
just
sure.
of our conversation. First system every business should invest in.
I would say some type of CRM or some type of QuickBooks system, something that supports whatever service you are providing.
One money truth you would put on a billboard.
Invest now. Start investing now.
I have an interesting investment story about that. I did share that last time we recorded, but let me share it with you. So I come from Brazil. In Brazil, my family came from a time where we had a president that if you had money in your bank account, government came and took the money. Well, my parents usually didn't have this habit of investing. So I come to the US, I'm 19, and I start my first job at GM. And I have this nice, I love Jim Gibbs. Jim Gibbs, say hi to you. He's a guy, he was my mentor. And I was setting this up and I was like, Jim, what is this 401k?
Okay.
What is this stuff? And his GM gives you 4% of this money every month and they match.
That's good.
They match. Yeah, at the time, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my parents never had that. Turn it up. I don't need it. He goes,
What?
No. He said no. And
Good.
I'm like, okay, then put whatever, 4%, the
Mhm.
minimum. Put the minimum
right.
is 4%. He told me, because you're going to leave money on the table. The company's
Yes,
money.
because they match. Yes.
Because of Jim Gibbs, I have a retirement account.
Look at that. That's a beautiful story.
And
That is a beautiful story. And I am a big proponent. Like, I know I love Robert Kiyosaki and I love like these influencers, like the Grant Cardones. I love them, but they think 401ks, this is trash, it's liability. I don't believe that because for most people, they don't even have a savings account. So this becomes a savings account that actually is growing faster than what you would get on a return on your bank. That you see accounts with millions and sometimes they get, it's ridiculous, like 30 cents a month on the money, the bank.
wow.
You know, if that's in a money market account or a high yield investing account that has very minimal risk, return on your money, and you're actually staying ahead of inflation, which is very high.
Oh,
Or
and
has
I
been
look
very
at my
high.
money now and I go, my God, I can't believe this is how much it grew.
Yes.
And how I would never have this if it wasn't
Yes.
for him. So
Any employer that provides 401k or IRAs, I tell everyone just do it. You feel it the first check. After that, you don't feel it. And in an emergency, which I know we've all had, I've dipped into it, you know?
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
there are situations that you can dip into it without any penalties. And if you want, you pay the taxes up front or you pay it later on.
Whoa. I had no idea you could dip into it without
You can dip into
penalties.
it. There's
Look,
specific situations where you can dip into it.
that's amazing, Edmalia.
Yes,
This
yes.
is incredible. So it's actually your money that you can have access in specific situations. Edmalia, you should do an
Exactly.
entire episode just on this.
I love 401ks and IRAs. I'm big into crypto investing, which is like our new asset class that's been growing.
Oh, I love crypto.
Yes.
Everybody, and it's so funny because it's controversial as well. Because I've had friends that go, I can't take the ups and downs of crypto. I can't handle. My husband and I have.
You don't want to make money.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I am a person I'm super secure and I like to bet on something that's stable and stuff. But crypto, I don't know. My husband's been in for 15 years now.
I
crypto.
wish I knew about it back then.
Yeah. And he is the type of person, and I was watching like Warren Buffett. And he recommended 2 books. And nowadays, I don't even read the books. I just go to ChatGPT and say, what do I need to know about
I like
these
that
books?
approach. I thought you were going to say you do the Audible.
Oh, I tried. It's too long. Moms, we don't have time. I have her mom. I'm like,
That's ChatGPT.
yeah, I look at the social and I see Warren Buffett talks about like this investor. He named 2 books. I don't even remember the books, but I remember the story. And he said, you need to invest in things that you understand and the companies that are growing, but you also need to keep the investment. Don't go in and out and just buy,
Yeah.
keep, and
We can have a whole episode on crypto because I love crypto. I love
oh
it.
my gosh, yes, we should do it. Because I
Most
keep telling
strategy.
my friends, and I'm so afraid. I don't touch crypto. I don't like people. Crypto is the future. It's in.
Not financial advice, disclaimer.
Oh yeah,
How to
I'm not even
simplify
financially
your
qualified. You are. Yes, let's put the disclaimer out here, people. We're just talking about
what we believe in.
what we
So,
believe.
so I think it's scary when people invest and they don't do the research. So I'm very confident in the things that I've invested in because I understand the fundamentals behind it. And doesn't mean that a company will not crash, even if it has good fundamentals and they're solving a real world problem. But I feel better putting my money in these asset classes when I do all the due diligence.
Yeah. It's still, it is risky, but what is your other option? Not to invest, you don't make any money.
Well, also too, I've learned you only lose money when you sell. So if the market is red and you sell, you've lost your money.
That's
But it's just paper money when it's going up and down.
yeah. And I think Warren Buffett talks about the patience principle.
Yes.
And you seem to be a very
Yes.
patient.
Money goes into the hands of those that are patient.
That's right,
Which-
Edmalia.
Yes.
This has been such a powerful episode. You've reminded us that financial freedom doesn't come from working harder, it comes from building smarter. For anyone listening who's ready to stop leaving money on the table, where can they find you?
Lots of places, but I would say email and phone number to the company would be easiest. My email address is edmalia@ecserviceprovider.com. They can also reach out to info@ecserviceprovider.com. And our phone number is 305-850-0841.
And we'll include all of Edmalia's links in the show notes so you can connect with her directly. To everyone listening, remember the right strategies and systems don't just save you money, they give you freedom. Stay clear, stay confident, and keep more of what you earn. It was such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Anytime. See you everyone next time.
See you next time.